What's up, guys? Welcome back to Side 5 Gaming. This is MS Check. We're looking at the YMS-16 Mike Xamel. Coming in at 27 meters, 121.5 tons. This thing is freaking huge. It's got a 680 millimeter cannon on its back. So for a little real-world comparison to that, the Gustav railgun that the Germans made in World War II was an 800 millimeter cannon. And that was the size of a train. So think about that. Coming up to the stats sheet, you can see it costs 500. It has a whopping 17,000 armor. Anti-ballistic is 24, anti-beam is 24, anti-melee is 6. The ballistic output or gun output bonus is 50. Melee output bonus is 0. Top speed 125 with a boost rating of 70. That is the same boost rating as a Zuda. That's crazy. I mentioned that in the last video. And then going down to the part slots, you only have 4 up top, but that's just enough to get in at least a level 1 resistance upgrade for all 3 resistances. Plenty of room in there for ASL, extra armor, and even a level 3 melee upgrade up the middle, right there in the mid-range category. Let's see, coming up to the skills, this is the important stuff. We just have enhanced radar, and we have a 6 times zoom on the scope. The next one coming up is going to be the observation skill. So whatever mobile suits you can see, your team can see their health bars, and you can kind of see that during the game when sometimes people's health bar disappears. Let's see, the other one is minus 5% respawn for your teammates. Still not sure if this stacks or not. And then the next one is going to be a plus 5% attack for shooting while kneeling. Pretty cool. The next one is enhanced tackle. A couple other mobile suits have this. It's plus 15% to the attack and plus 10% for the distance you travel. Next up is impact absorption mechanism. This is kind of special. The only thing that'll stagger you is a knockdown attack. All the other attacks do not stagger. And the last one is just explosive proof mechanism that keeps you from getting staggered on MS explosions. Going into the weapons, we have the rocket pod, good for out to 400 meters, pretty standard. The punch, and then a 20 millimeter Vulcan setup. The cannon rounds is really where it's at. So the first one is the HE shell, standard like a rocket round, just with much more range. And then you have the airburst or cluster round, shorter range on that, 450 meters, only 1,000 damage. And then you have the main round. This is the armor piercing, fin stabilized, discarding Sabo round, firing that dart straight out of the cannon, no dip, 1,800 damage out to 900 meters. So that's the special shell for this artillery mobile suit compared to the other ones. It's deadly. Going into, oh, this is just going to be some footage of what it looks like inside the hangar. It's ridiculously huge. It doesn't even use the catapult. Guy gets in there and then it's just going to kind of hover out, you know, in its own time, all leisure. Whatever, gonna go kill some stuff. Jesus. Now we're going into the gameplay. I'm gonna nail this guy with a Sabo round right off the bat as he comes around the corner. You can see, I think that one got him for 2,100 damage. And then we hit him with a HE. That's the standard stunning round. And then there's the cluster. And then this is just, I'm just gonna dump this rocket magazine on him. It's just great to sow chaos on the enemy. It scares the crap out of him. A lot of people think it's a mortar strike. Back to the HE for the kill. Another one. This is some long-range shooting. So as the way I have the oh yeah, that's a free. So the first one, I think he stunned me with his missile, and then as you see that when he swiped me with the sword, it didn't stagger me, and then he got killed shortly after that. But what I was saying about how I have the weapons set up, I did a little bit of experimentation with this because you know you can only set 4 different weapons for your quick select. So what I've done is, since the shells are organized in order from HE, then to cluster, then to the Sabo round, I set circle as the HE round, and then I can just use R1 to cycle through my other 2 rounds. And then when I want to go back to the beginning, I just hold R1 and hit circle again. A couple cool long-range shots there. That one you can see the cluster round maxing out. Here's a cool shot. Just going to get him from the hip with a Sabo round. I love how that round just fires just super straight, and when you're zoomed in, you can see the fins spinning. Basically, if you look at it, it looks like a star coming out of the barrel on there. Look at the splash damage on that. Coming up, and then with the cluster round. Look how far to the left that guy was. I mean, the splash range on that cluster round is incredible. Hit that guy with a Sable round, then into the HE. Standard combo, just switching rounds as the rounds reload. And that's pretty much it. Just showing you what all it's about. It's really interesting how many skills this thing has, but it's basically just, it's a couple special skills with the standard artillery suit skills. And then a little bonus footage here that a freak came back to get some, and he most definitely got some. Same thing is with combo and on the third hit. I'm moving towards him. There you go. So that's going to do it for the MS check for the Xamel. Thanks for checking it out, guys. Stay tuned to Side 5 Gaming for more GBO2. Another MS checks. I'm out. Peace.